Hello and welcome back to the Revolutionized Podcast. I'm Peggy Caruso, owner of Life Coaching and Beyond. I am a certified executive and personal development coach. I'm an author of 4 books and the 4th one to be released in the fall of 2019. So I'll keep you updated on that. And I am an 8-time entrepreneur. I have been bringing on many guests, and today I have a very special guest. So I will let him introduce himself and what he does, and we'll go from there. So, hi, Michael.
Hi, Peggy. Thank you for having me.
Sure.
I am the executive director of a new nonprofit called Square One Community. It's based right here in Du Bois, PA. It's a multi-state nonprofit designed to help communities go from surviving to thriving.
I love that. I think that you're an awesome guest because everything that you're doing stands for the same thing that I teach. And I love that because I'm somebody that all the time talks about finance. People come to me and they want to increase their bottom line, or they focus on finance when they're in debt. And money is something that is very good and you need it to do good. So everybody that comes through my door, when we get into coaching, we talk about what you're going to do, what legacy do you want to leave, and how you can make a difference in the world. Those things are extremely important to me, as I can see that they are with you. Okay, so in Square One, give me some examples of who you help and why you help them.
Yes, so first it's notable that Square One was designed for everyone. Everyone in the community is welcome to anything that Square One offers to help all go from surviving to thriving. So our tagline is we create connections for a thriving community. Through those connections, we will take anyone that wants to invest in themselves, who wants to make a change in their life through our courses. We have self-confidence building courses, we have financial courses, we have healthy relationship courses. Those types of things that you would definitely be talking about.
With all of that being said, how do you determine who needs what you have to offer? Like, if I need, who would I be? Give me a target person.
Really, anyone can need it, but if you know of a friend or if you know yourself personally that you need it, this is something that we offer to the community for free. So that the target is anyone who really wants that help. But because we encourage people to invite friends, family, co-workers to come along with them to these courses, you really can bring anybody to them.
Awesome. Who does the courses?
Yes, so our tagline again is to create connections for a thriving community. So we create those connections with the experts in those fields. So if we were doing a self-confidence course, we may go to an expert like Peggy Caruso and say, could you help us by volunteering and giving back to your community through making these courses available to the community. Maybe not everything that you would offer a client, but certainly basic principles to help people think about how they can get their life back on track, or how they can become more motivated or self-confident in those areas. So in the financial course, we partnered with financial experts to come up with a course to give it back to the community.
That's amazing. I went on a trip to New York City, and it's funny because the individual and I were going back and forth, and they were saying about like how generous I am, but they seem to think that, okay, what is it about you with homeless people that you feel that you need to educate them? And I said that I always help homeless people. I always give, but it's not just about in order for me to give. It's about what else can I provide them. Like I always try to give them a little booklet with resources of people that they can contact, because I believe we all have talents and abilities within us, to help them so that they can, as you say, thrive. I like that. So is that part of your goal as well?
Absolutely, and we concur with you that everybody has something to give back. So maybe one day you are taking a course from us, but the next week you're volunteering with Square One to improve your community. Also at the heart of Square One Community is a paradigm shift in how best to serve people. We really feel that the best way is not just to come alongside you and provide whatever service you think you need. So if you think you need food tonight, that is a real need, and we want to help you in that area. We have enough generosity in the Du Bois area and across this country to feed people every day, 365 days a year. That's not the problem. The problem is, what's the root cause of the fact that families continue to go without food? Is it a lack of budgeting? Is it a lack of self-confidence? Is it you do not know how to get a job and so you need our interview resume course? Those types of things we feel are a better investment than just handing out, in this case, food, because we really want to get to the root cause of the problem. So like you, we want to invest in them back to say, let's help you so that this is not an ongoing problem for you 365 days a year.
I just absolutely love what you do. Did you ever hear of the poem The Dash?
I have.
Okay. That's that poem changed my life. It hit me so hard one day, and I was like, I always give and give and give, but what legacy do I want to leave? What do I want people to say about my dash? They know when I was born, they know when I passed away. What about the time in between? And I, as you, have a passion for helping people, so I'm going to do I actually was going to do an orphanage, but the state does not recognize that name anymore. So I was going to do some sort of child academy that I can take children who don't have a home and bring them in and show them how to become successful adults. Because in my coaching program, that's one of the things I do with kids is teach them success principles. And so I'm not just taking them in and giving them a home, I'm teaching them how to survive on their own when they're older and know that even if you don't have a biological parent, you still have someone who loves you, so they would get all types, throughout that whole session and what they're doing. So I'm excited about that, as you are probably excited as well. I know that you did some mission trips and that. Why don't you just touch a little bit on that? Like what made you want to do that, and what did it do for you?
Yeah, so I had the opportunity, really of a lifetime, twice to live in the country of Indonesia. And there, just being able, speaking of orphanages, just to go and visit orphanages and hold the babies that were there and to play with the children that were there. I just really think, Peggy, that no matter where you are, you have an opportunity to make a difference, to serve others, and those things are important to me as they are to you. And so I don't really get too concerned with where people are or what their situation is. We all do have talents, and we all have the time to give back and make our communities better. So for me in Surabaya, Indonesia, it was just about giving back to the local community there, and I was fortunate to have spent over a year there just this last year. So life-changing event, and just a really special time for me.
I love that. What made you get into Square One? Is that after you came back from Indonesia?
It is. After I came back from Indonesia, there was an opportunity to be a part of a new 501c3. The discussion was about how we would serve the community, and so I presented what we now call Square One Community. We want to be the leader of the discussion on how to best serve our local community. And so I really wanted it to be based in DuBois, PA. That's my hometown. This is where I grew up. This is a city I'm invested in. And so for me, it made a lot of sense to have it here. I could have had it anywhere. And I chose my hometown because this is a place that I'm passionate about too. But we are multi-state, and so we're also up and running in Las Vegas currently as well.
That is so neat. Can you give me some examples of some success stories that you had in Square One?
Absolutely. In just a few short months, we've been up and running for about the last 4 months, which included Thanksgiving and Christmas, but already we're seeing some really great successes. One story comes to mind, a lady named Corby in Las Vegas. She heard about our I Am Self-Confidence course, designed by a local life coach in Las Vegas. She designed it for Square One Community, and she taught it in her way of giving back to the community. So Corby took the course. After 3 weeks, Corby started thinking about other things in her life after completing that course. And so she came back to Square One and asked, if I wanted to get a job, how do I do that? And so we had already designed an interview resume course that we offered the local community, and Corby took that course and she completed it, and so she got a resume ready. And then some folks in the community had heard about Corby and said, well, if she's getting ready for an interview, why don't we help her? And they dolled her up and they got her hair done and they did the makeup and they got her clothes. And through our connections, again, we create connections for a thriving community. We reached out to a local company in Las Vegas to have Corby interviewed. And for the first time in 20 years, Corby is working. She just completed her 2nd month of work. And that's amazing. That's huge success for Corby. And that's a huge success for Square One Community.
That is amazing. Do you have any other ones that come to mind?
Yes, so there have been a couple of women in Las Vegas who are doing some great things in their life since completing the I Am self-confidence course. One is a group of sisters, two sisters. One is Marilyn. Marilyn completed the course and she really wanted to lose some weight, and so she worked on that and lost over 60 pounds. That was an amazing goal for her and something that she really worked hard at.
That is amazing.
What I really got excited about, though, was the fact that her sister was watching her make these changes in her life. Her sister is Paola, and Paola was watching these changes and then said, I too want to take the I Am self-confidence course in Las Vegas. And so she took it, she completed it. She said her dream is to be a chef. And so Square One Community partnered with the Culinary Academy in Las Vegas, and Paola is working on all the paperwork, and she's going to get accepted and have a scholarship to be able to complete that course. And after she's done, she'll be able to work anywhere in Las Vegas as a chef, a person who can work in the kitchen, and it's a real tangible job. I think the course is over like 400 hours of study. It's a real course, but it's something that she'll be able to take with her for the rest of her life as a skill, because she made that investment in herself to come to the I Am course and to do the work afterwards.
That's amazing. That has to make you so proud.
Does make me proud. It makes me proud of all those who are taking to heart that the principles and steps that they'll learn from such a course as the self-confidence building course. It also makes us proud that in a short time, Square One Community is already making a difference in the community, and that's exactly what we're here for.
Good. Does Square One take like any donations or anything like that? I mean,
Yes, that's a great question, and we are a 501c3 nonprofit, and so we absolutely do rely on donations from individuals and companies and organizations, and we're always happy to talk to you about that. And if you'd like, you can reach me personally at Michael, Michael, at sq1.community.
that's perfect. So make sure you guys get in touch with Michael. And Mike, what's your last name?
My last name is Michael Clement.
Thank you, because you missed that in the beginning, so I wanted to point that out. Thank you for joining us, and if you need to get a hold of me or want any of my information, you can find me at www.lifecoachingandbeyond.com. And if you have any difficulty getting Michael, you can reach out to me and I will help you with that. Thanks, and see you next time.